Hi, today we're going to be talking about Tripadvisor. You've probably heard of Tripadvisor, but if you haven't, it's this website where you can write a review on practically anything. You can even write a review on this little statue in some town somewhere and say how great it was and fantastic. Oh, I'd recommend going there to look at the statue. For this video I'm focusing on restaurant reviews. Basically just my restaurant that I used to work in. I haven't worked there now for about 7-8 months. And the reviews I got, some were okay, some were a bit strange. Like, some of these reviews didn't make sense. Some of these reviews are actually quite stupid. So I thought I'd just read some out and we can have a laugh together. Why not, eh? So here we go. Overcooked food and undercooked staff. So I like how they're trying to be funny, sort of like trying to be witty here. They're doing a negative review and they're trying to be witty about it. Overcooked food and undercooked staff. We went to the, yeah, I'm just gonna censor like the name of the restaurant and the hometown, okay? For obvious reasons, yeah. Okay, cool. We went to this restaurant on a Friday night because of a flyer that promised a free bottle of house wine with 2 entries. After that, we were seated at a small table for 2 in a mostly empty restaurant. Hey, whoa. I was there. Yes, when you first arrived, it was empty. But within half an hour, the whole of the upstairs was packed. So don't try and use that against us, thank you very much. I gave the hostess/waitress the flyer and said that we would like the wine for our beverage. She headed out, returning several minutes later to ask if we like white, rosé, or red. Several minutes more. Yeah. Several minutes more, our white wine appeared. What, did it just bling, magically appear? I mean, come on, that's great, right? Okay, I'm just kidding. The waitress obviously brought the wine. Okay, I remember this evening because it was me and this new girl. This was, I think, literally her first day, so, you know, and I was looking after her. So, we sat undisturbed for the next 15 minutes. The waitress and another waiter. Me, I'm the other waiter. I didn't touch this table. I was busy with all the other tables, and the waitress was looking after this particular table. There were no olives or bread listed on the menu, and none was provided. Okay, this is quite confusing. Right, there were no bread or olives on the menu, and none were provided. That doesn't make sense. Like, if it's not on the menu, how can it be provided? I mean, do restaurants have to have bread and olives? It's nice, but am I missing something? Like, do they have to have bread and olives in order to be a good restaurant? Okay, no bread and olives on the menu and none were provided. But how can any be provided if there's not on the menu? Am I missing something? When the food was delivered, there were no surprises. No surprises? We were not interrupted by waitstaff asking if everything was okay for the rest of our meal. Now that's a fair point. I mean, I didn't do this table, so it wasn't my responsibility. It was the new waitress. And when I tell people what to do, I say, look, you got to make sure you do this, blah, blah, blah. I would have told her to check the table, but clearly she didn't. So it wasn't my fault, okay? It wasn't my fault. The mains, chicken breast and snapper, were both 1, tasty, and 2, horribly overcooked. If it was horribly overcooked, it was what? It was tasty. That's I don't know, I don't get it. It was tasty, so why are you moaning? If it was tasty, why are you moaning? Am I missing something again? Am I missing something? I don't... Okay, okay? I give that review a 2 out of 5. Okay? Next one. Very disappointed. We've been to this pub restaurant several times. Whoa. Restaurant? Not a pub restaurant. It's a restaurant. It may be an old Tudor-like building, but it doesn't make it a pub. It's just a restaurant, okay? We've been to this pub restaurant several times over the past few years, but today it was very poor and very disappointing. Very poor, very disappointing. Great use of words. Wow. The table wasn't wiped down from the previous occupants, and the service, although friendly, was slow. They had no draft beers from the bar, because we're not a pub! The moulds are dry and tiny, nothing succulent at all. The scampi was overcooked and tasteless. That's because it was frozen out of a bag just came out the freezer and into the fryer. That's why it was quite tasteless. Yeah. Puddings were poor. My Eton mess wasn't Eton mess, but a poor take on what it should have been. Yet my husband's cheese and biscuits was enormous. Oh, sorry for giving you a really big cheese board. Whoa, we gave you extra cheese. Oh, how could we be such monsters? We gave them a big portion, how could we? Sadly, we won't be going back as it wasn't cheap for the poor food. Okay, it was better than the first review, okay? So, 3 out of 5. Let's get into another one, shall we?
Disappointing.
They all use, like, poor, disappointing. Why can't you make your reviews fun and interesting to read? If it's always disappointing, who's gonna... I don't know.
On a day trip to
The town? Yeah.
thought a fish restaurant would be a good idea. Should have been warned as catch of the day was tuna steak.
Hey. Warned? When we used to sit people down, we used to tell them what the soup of the day was and catch of the day.
Oh, so what's your catch of the day?
The catch of the day is tuna steak.
You should have warned me! Her cod was just okay.
Yeah, that's quite weird. We didn't actually use cod, it was some frozen fish from Vietnam.
Oh dear. Service was friendly but not very competent.
An even better review. I give you 4 out of 5. It's just the whole warn that the tuna steak thing, and even if one of the waitress or waitresses didn't tell you what the catch of the day was, you ask. You don't just go, "I'll have the catch of the day, please," and not care about what it could be. You ask. Now, a quick backstory to this. These people were ridiculous. This review, whatever really. They were just really sort of miserable, and they were so picky as well. Oh, they annoyed me so much. Oh, diabolical food. Don't often write this kind of review. However, such a bad experience here today. 3 stars as ordered. Chicken goujon. It's supposed to be goujons, but they wrote coujons for some reason. Prawn cocktail and white bait in breadcrumbs. The coujons were rubbery and not crispy. Prawn cocktail sauce had so much vinegar made my eyes water, and the white bait had obviously been dropped from a frozen packet into the deep fat. Yeah, the white bait was from a freezer. Yeah, she got that bit right. The prawn cocktail, everyone else enjoyed it so much, but this particular table didn't enjoy it. They were obviously these really fancy people that just expected 5-star food, and if not, how dare you? Mains? Mine's something supposed to resemble a chicken fillet with a tasteless red sauce. I could have sold my shoes with a chicken fillet. Didn't even bother with the second mouthful. Husband aubergine cheese bake had no sliced potato. I can't be bothered to read this. I can't bother to read it. Because I was there. It's happened to me. I had to deal with the pain. That's the thing when you're out front. You have to deal with this pain. The chefs, what they have to deal with is cooking all the food, which can be very stressful, so hats off to them. But we have to deal with all the miserable customers, We have to deal with it. What happened was this woman came up to me and was like, it's the worst meal we've had in years. And me apologetically just standing there like, yep, sorry madam, being professional, picturing myself punching her in the face, but I suppose that's what all people out front like to do. I was all very apologetically, and yep, and then she was all like, I'm gonna go on Tripadvisor. Tripadvisor's going to hear about this. I was like, yep, that's fair enough, thinking, oh, crying out loud. Do I really care about Tripadvisor? Thing is, right, I was there so apologetically towards them. I was apologising to them, saying how sorry I am, that it wasn't my fault. They knew it wasn't my fault. They even said, I know it's not your fault. But they didn't put this in the review. They didn't say anything about my service. They didn't say how kind I was. I could have easily just stuck my middle finger at them and told them to get out. I could have done that. But I didn't do that. They didn't say anything about my service whatsoever. Hello, this is Jay from the future. Just edited the video now, this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I had to cut it down quite a bit. I hope it didn't drag out too long. It's about 9.5 minutes. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you liked it, hit the like button, comment, let me know what you think, and see you next time.